What's going on, YouTube? Back for another video with TCG Live Noob here. So I'm gonna start building a deck for maybe some competitive play. I think I've wanted to do a dark kind of poison status effect, mostly dark, when 50-50 poison dark deck, just to kind of get some stuff in order. So I've got some sleeves from Evolving Skies with some of the evolutions on them. So just start putting some of these cards in some sleeves and let's get into it. So of course we'll need some energy. It's gonna be mostly dark. I've got to get some more, maybe a Salazzle that needs a fire type, and all different kinds of energy we don't really need, but I'll have to get some more. But of course we'd start with the easiest, the basic dark energy. So I want to get into some more important ones. Obviously rare candy would help, just to get my team evolved, kind of looking into getting some of the poison types evolved. So I've got to start with a rare candy and just throw in some basic just to get started, a Scraggy, some dark attacks there of Hardhead. This is going to be more difficult than I realized, getting them into all of these sleeves, but it's going to be a start. You got to start somewhere. So then of course with the evolution we'll need Scrafty. No poison yet, but need to get some damage off. Start off with a basic and then do some evolutions. Of course add some trainer cards in there as well, of course. Maybe a little bit of psychic to confuse. I'd call it more of a status affliction deck. So get some psychics in there with some confusion. Not really trying to go for Gardevoir EX or anything. Krogunk, so I want to get a Toxicroak EX. Does some pretty good damage. So I have a Psychic Krogunk as well as a Dark type Krogunk, just to cover my bases. And then Mismagius, of course I'll need Misdreavus, but to do some confusion I can add, if it has 9 damage counters on it, that's automatically knocked out. So I have a little couple of abilities and extra plays in the cards there. Definitely Crobat V. I want to add poison and damage and some abilities where I can add some extra cards to my hand if I need it. So definitely Crobat V. So I've got a big charm to get some extra HP. Can always use extra health. Let's do a Murkrow, because I have Honchkrow as well. Start with Murkrow. Got some Dusclops to get some more confusion off. We got Duskull as well. I think the stat of afflictions will help kind of chip away at the HP. Another Dusclops, just to have a spare. For now, we'll put him to the side. Sandile, we'll kind of do the Crocodile and Crocorock line as well. Zubat and Golbat. Golbat Crobat can do some poison damage. Crobat, of course, can as well. We've got Alolan Raticate, just for some more damage. Some kind of basic types anyway. And then, of course, Alolan Rattata. Mostly dark types, but a lot of different poison and counter different abilities. Bostiff. Pretty good damage, you know, recoil of 30, but I guess you can switch out your opponent's active Pokemon. Pretty decent HP for a stage 2, or stage 1, excuse me. Mischief, of course. Honchkrow GX, so that's where Murkrow comes in. We've got a GX play here with the Honchkrow. Some pretty good abilities and damage. Arbok and Ekans. I think I have an Arbok that does poison, but we'll include that one as well. Ekans. Need it to get to Arbok. Toxicroak, Psychic, Poison type. Got Poison Jab with some damage, as well as if I am poisoned, it'll do 80 more. I have some abilities to poison myself and my opponent with Brute Bonnet. I'll have to order some cards, but Brute Bonnet to do some poison damage. Pangoro, got some pretty good attack with recoil damage, of course, but let's get a little bit in there. Pancham, of course, to get to Pangoro. I'm gonna do Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. Could do some status afflictions, whether it's poison or put them to sleep or confuse them. So I gotta start off with Ghastly. Haunter, of course, can do damage and put them to sleep. Of course, Gengar with more damage, put them to sleep. So a lot of status afflictions, confusion, sleep, poison. Maybe burn in here with a Salandit or Salazzle. Shroodle, so I want to get Grafai-E, Grafai-I. I'm starting to realize this is not going to be a balanced deck. So I'm definitely going to have to eliminate some of them. This has some good poison, extra multiple damage, you know, for every basic energy you discard from your hand. I'm realizing now this is going to be a lot more Pokemon unbalanced. So we'll have to make some adjustments. Here's a quick poison damage with just 1 energy cost. Get a basic Pokemon out there that can do some poison damage. That might be good. Impidimp to get to Grimmsnarl, which I'll have to order that one to get the poison and stacked damage. Morgrem, of course, before before Grimmsnarl, after Impidimp. May have to do 2 different decks with more of a Psychic, but I think this can do Confusion, so So that would be good for status effects. Spinnerack, basic, poison damage, get some poison off early, and little chip damage. Krogunk, of course. Can't hurt to have 2 or 4 of them. As I'm looking through my stack, I'm going to have to eliminate some of them. There's another Crobat V to add into it. So I'm definitely having to eliminate some of them as I go. I notice I have a lot of repeats, which I guess I could have up to 4 of them. But yeah, so we've got a handful more, but this is definitely going to be unbalanced. But these are some cards I wanted to put in sleeves anyway, so Crobat V, Skrelp, and Dragalge. Dragalge can do some more poison damage. Yeah, this is way more than, maybe over 20, I think. Just with Pokemon here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can build it and edit it later. I got Darkrai. Maybe one to eliminate. It's not so much poison. Here's Trubbish with Venoshock. If it's already poisoned, it does 50 more damage. It's a pretty good move. Kind of similar to the games in the anime. It's a Viper with poison right off the bat, just 1 energy. And then Venoshock as well. It's actually pretty good. It would be better than Trubbish. Another Zubat if I need it, but it may not help me much because I would need to get some poison damage off early. And a Marini with Poison Sting. Definitely got some editing to do, but Seviper would be good. Seviper would definitely be good. So then obviously for some trainer cards, looking for Dragalge. There's another poison. And there's Salazzle that I might add to it. Dusclops. Paralysis, maybe. Paralysis. Thought I had a Dragalge. Yep, right there. Krokorok. I think I've got Crocodiles somewhere. Yeah, this can do some burn damage, which is fire is kind of out of the place. You know, I'd have to have a couple of fire energy in there, but some burn damage and confusion. So that might actually kind of come in handy. Some chip damage and Dragalge, Rocket Poison. And if you evolve it that same turn, I guess you put 8 damage counters on it during checkup. Paralysis, gotta find Duskull, but confusion. Yeah. So a lot of possibilities for different status effects, which I think would make it annoying for my opponent, which would help chip away at the HP. Alright, so that takes care of Some trainer cards left. It's going to be really unbalanced. You can tell I'm a beginner. Let's see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Yep. Definitely wouldn't leave a lot of room for trainer cards and energies. I've got a lot of... I'd say I probably need an energy search. Shuffle the deck to find an energy. I'd say that would come in handy. Maybe a potion, maybe. Maybe not, but put it to the side. We've got a lot to look through. So that may be for a different video to put all the trainer cards together and figure out what I need. And then maybe part 2 and part 3 would be putting the whole finishing touches on it. Yeah, so I don't... Maybe crushing hammer. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot. And it would take time to look through this off camera. Yep. Energy switch. Yep. So maybe in the next video, but to have something to discard an energy from my opponent. And there's some other specific ones I want to get, like Okie Doggy or Okie Dogie. And some poison support cards and things like that. So anyway, for now, that is the start of building the deck. Thanks for joining me, and tune in next time.